as a retired Air Force general says this election is being stolen from the American people.
President Trump's legal team is hitting back after Attorney General William Barr made the astonishing statement that he hasn't seen any evidence of widespread voting fraud. President Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, issued a statement slamming Barr, saying there's been no semblance of a Justice Department investigation. Giuliani continued, explaining they have found ample evidence of illegal voting in at least 6 states, which has not been examined. Giuliani pointed out that of all the witnesses that have come forward and sworn under oath that they saw crimes being committed, not a single one has been interviewed by the Department of Justice. One American News spoke with the former Assistant Vice Chief of Staff of the U.S. Air Force, retired Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney, who says William Barr's claims are outrageous.
How can the Attorney General say that there isn't evidence of fraud that would certainly turn over the election? Before they stopped counting, Trump was ahead in all of those states. Trump won by a landslide.
McInerney continues, explaining there are mountains of evidence that cannot be dismissed and must be investigated.
It is so obvious. For instance, in Pennsylvania, the state mailed out 1.8 million mail-in ballots. They got back 2.5 million. That is a 700,000 more. Someone had a printing press and was cranking them out. So how can Attorney General Barr say that there were not gross examples?
The general went on to say he suspects Barr's comments could expose the Attorney General's involvement in much more sinister activities.
If the Attorney General is saying there is not enough evidence, now that leads me to the conclusion that he has to be involved in treasonous activities. Because this is not just fraudulent voting. This is not dirty politics. This is a treasonous activity against the government of the United States.
One of President Trump's so-called nuclear options is to declare a national emergency, enact the Insurrection Act, and suspend the Electoral College, which McInerney says is essential to combat the attempted takeover of the White House.
I think President Trump should declare a national emergency. It is imperative, and he should do it immediately. This election is and has been stolen from the American people. We have a small group that is extreme left on the way to communism, and they are the ones that are taking these drastic measures.
McInerney's statements come after President Trump pointed out that both the DOJ and the FBI have been mysteriously absent during this whole investigation into the overwhelming evidence of voting fraud. One witness in Michigan, Melissa Carone, was a Dominion-trained IT contractor who explained ballots were being repeatedly counted, but says her evidence was completely ignored by the FBI. President Trump's legal team, including Giuliani and lawyer Jenna Ellis, say the fight isn't over and are vowing to continue their pursuit of the truth through the judicial system.
The American people will never have a free and fair election again unless we clear this up right now and show the treasonous activities that were used to take this government down. It was unfair. It must be stopped and analyzed right now.
Pearson Sharp, One American News.